Assalamu alaikum students. My name is Sadaf Nazir. I am your science teacher and today we are going to cover this topic of transport in plants, and under this topic we are going to discuss how transportation occurs in STEM. That is on page number 17 of your textbook. I hope you all have opened your books. So before going into detail of this topic, I want to ask you a question, that what is STEM? Alright, here comes the answer. The stem is a plant's main support above the ground. It holds the leaves so they can get light for photosynthesis and the flowers to attract insects. I hope everyone is clear. Now, do you know what is inside the stem? And the answer is, what do you observe in the diagram? Here we have a longitudinal section of stem, and you can see phloem, xylem very clearly. So collectively these two are conducting tissues and they are called as vascular bundle. So the answer is vascular bundle. Now, what are vascular bundles? Vascular bundles are located inside the stem. You may observe this diagram very carefully and you can see that xylem is located anterior in the stem while phloem is present exterior in the stem. Let us think for a little while. How xylem tubes are involved in conduction of water and minerals to the plants. Observe this diagram carefully. This is conduction of water and minerals by xylem. Now you can see that how water and minerals are transported by xylem and they are moving from roots to the aerial parts of the plant. Aerial means upper parts of the plant, or you can say that water and dissolved minerals are moving from roots to the upper parts of the plant, that is leaves. Now what is the function of xylem? Xylem tubes carry water and minerals in solution from the soil up to the parts of the plant above the ground. Number 2, they have thickened strong walls which help the xylem support the plant. Xylem is a dead tissue. In plants such as trees, new xylem is made each year forming rings in the trunk. Xylem is wood. Now you can see this diagram and you can clearly observe rings in the trunk of the tree. Here comes another question. How phloem tubes are involved in transportation of food to all parts of the plant? Phloem tubes are made from living cells joined end to end. You may observe this diagram. You can see that how sieve tubes are present or sieve plates are present in this diagram. There is two-way movement and cells are living but need support. They carry sugar solution from the leaves. Sugar is actually the food of the plant, right? Okay, so what is the second point? They carry sugar solution from the leaves where it is made during photosynthesis to every other part of the plant. It means that sucrose, that is the food of the plant, will be transported from the leaves to all parts of the plant body, right? Now you may clearly observe that there are certain holes in it and there are holes at the end of each phloem cells, so sugar solution can pass through. Sugar solution can go both up and down a phloem tube at the same time. Now let's recap the lesson. What is a vascular bundle? A vascular bundle is made of xylem and phloem tubes. Question number 2. Explain how xylem tubes help support a plant. So as we talked previously, they have thick and strong walls which help the xylem support the plant. Question number 3 is, how are xylem and phloem tissues? Number A, the same. B, different. So first of all, we are going to talk about how xylem and phloem are same. Xylem and phloem are same because both of these are conducting tissues. As we know that xylem tissues are involved in transportation of water and dissolved minerals from roots to the aerial parts of the plant, and phloem tissues are involved in conduction or transportation of food from leaves to all parts of the plant body. Now, how they are different?
Locating vascular bundles in a stem. Vascular bundles are strands of conducting tissue extending lengthwise through the stems and roots of plants. The vascular bundle consists of xylem, which conducts water and dissolves mineral substances from the soil to the leaves, and phloem, which conducts dissolved foods, especially sugars, from the leaves to the storage tissues of the stem and root. The xylem and phloem are the conducting tissues of the plant. The xylem and phloem together make up the vascular bundle. In each vascular bundle, the xylem is typically found toward the inside of the stem, while the phloem is found toward the outside. Let's perform an interesting experiment to demonstrate the role and location of phloem in a plant. Select a woody plant and cut a ring of bark from the stem without uprooting it, as shown here. The strip of bark removed has the phloem tissue from the vascular bundles. The xylem is present in the wood and remains intact. Water the plant as usual. After a few days, you will observe a bulge of growth above the ring and no growth below the ring. What is the reason for this change? Here is an interesting experiment which you can do to demonstrate the role and location of xylem in the stem. Mix several drops of red food coloring with water in a glass container. Place celery stalks in the container and leave it for 3 to 4 days. The colored water in the celery has risen to the tips of the leaves as transpiration is taking place. If we now cut a section of the celery stick and observe it under the microscope, we will find that the xylem cells in the stem are stained red. If you split up the lower end of the celery stick and place it in 2 colors, you will see both the colors in the celery sticks. The vascular bundles of monocotyledonous stems are scattered throughout the ground parenchyma of the stem. In herbaceous dicotyledonous stems, the vascular bundles are arranged in the form of a ring. The vascular bundles not only act as conducting tissues for the plant, but also help in growth in thickness.